Lord or disobedience to the Lord, and what the consequences were of that, whether it's good or bad. Last night we talked about Jonah, and tonight we're going to be talking about the Israelites. Well, probably saying where the Israelites are kind of constantly obeying and disobeying, most of the time disobeying. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to pull from Numbers 13 and 14. And if you know that story, the Israelites have left Egypt. They've been there's been some rules getting established. They've gotten the Ten Commandments. And the Lord tells Moses that they need to go and scout out the land that God has promised them. And so he riles up 12 guys to go and search out the land. And Moses tells them, hey, here's what we're looking for. We want to look for this and not this. And so the guys will go and they look and they see all kinds of things, right? They see all the abundance that is growing in the land. They also see the people that are in the land that are grown. Those are some big people. And we look at the responses of the 12. We know that all 12 were not unanimous in their decision as they come back. And so there are two cheeses that stand alone, and that is Joshua and Caleb. Joshua and Caleb say, hey, listen, the land's great. If it pleases the Lord, let's go up and take a hold of this land. The other 10, not so much. The other 10 see the people that are in the land, and they're like, man, there's no way that we're going to be able to defeat those people. The land it's going to swallow us up if we try and go up in there. And so then, as they've given their reports, then the other 10 begin to stir behind the scenes. They start to stir up in the rest of the camps the fact that they shouldn't do it, that they're too scared, it's not a good idea, that they're going to get demolished. And the people rebel against Moses and Aaron. So Moses and Aaron lie on the ground face down. And Caleb and Joshua tear their clothes in mourning because they know that the disobedience to the Lord has happened. And so we see punishments that happen from that disobedience. It says the people rebel, but the whole assembly talked about stoning them, talking about stoning Joshua and Caleb. Then the glory of the Lord appeared at the tent of meeting to all of the Israelites. The Lord said to Moses, how long will these people treat me with contempt? Now that's a harsh word, contempt towards God. The God that just rescued you out of Egypt, that is establishing you as a people, that is giving you a land, and they are showing contempt. And so as we go on further, it talks about the 10 men who were sent to explore the land. It says in verse 36 of chapter 14, so the men Moses had sent to explore the land who returned and made the whole community grumble against him by spreading a bad report about it. These men who were responsible for spreading the bad report about the land were struck down and died of a plague before the Lord. When Moses reported this, of the men who went to explore the land, only Joshua and Caleb survived. When Moses reported this to all the Israelites, they mourned bitterly. But Moses said in verse 41, why are you disobeying the Lord's command? This will not succeed. You see, the people say, hey, you know what? Maybe we were wrong. Maybe we should go up. Let's listen to God now. But God said, no, you're not going to go there. None of you who are rebelling against me will see the promised land. And so they go up and they try and take what they feel is theirs, and that they're now going to be obedient after they've been disobedient to God. But the plan fails. They're crushed, and they're sent all the way back to a further away land. And we know that they begin to wander the desert for a total of 40 years now. So, obedient or disobedient, what's it going to look like for us? The choice is ours. But are we going to listen the first time